Welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to dive into AI reasoners.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're kind of like these logic machines in the AI world.
Okay.
And, you might not hear as much about them compared to all the hype around chatbots and things, but
Right.
these AI reasoners, they're doing some really impressive things.
I've heard that.
Yeah, especially when you give them, those well-defined problems
Uh-huh.
and structured data to work with.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is this deep dive was actually suggested by one of our senior technical writers, Curt Robbins.
Oh, wow.
And he actually wrote one of the articles we're looking at today.
That's awesome. I'm excited to hear more about it.
Yeah, me too.
It's fascinating to see how AI reasoners are already making a difference in various fields,
Yeah, for sure.
like healthcare.
What?
For example, Curt Robbins wrote about how IBM Watson is being used to help doctors analyze all that complex medical data
Right.
and then compare it to like a huge knowledge base
Right.
to suggest potential diagnoses and treatment options.
That's pretty mind-blowing. It's
Yeah.
almost like having this super smart assistant,
Mhm.
helping doctors make those really critical decisions in real time.
Yeah, definitely.
And Curt mentioned that it doesn't stop at healthcare.
Right.
He was saying how AI reasoners are being used to improve things like technical documentation,
Okay.
catch those pesky errors in code, the ones that always seem to slip through,
Oh, yeah.
and even just ensuring consistency in things like reports and stuff.
Wow. So it seems like pretty much any task that needs logic and precision
Right.
could benefit from an AI reasoner.
Yeah, it really seems that way.
It's because AI reasoners really thrive in those environments with this super clearly defined rules and hierarchies.
Uh-huh.
Think of it kind of like a chess game.
Okay.
Every single move has a consequence,
Yeah.
logical consequence, and the goal is super well defined.
Right.
And so in these kind of situations, AI reasoners can analyze huge amounts of data,
Uh-huh.
and they can spot patterns that we humans might completely miss. That makes sense. But wouldn't that also mean that they struggle when things are more, open-ended?
Mm.
Like, what if you asked an AI reasoner to, like, write a poem or
Right.
compose a symphony or something?
That's a really great question, and it kind of brings us to one of the key limitations of these AI reasoners.
Okay.
They really rely heavily on structured data
Okay.
and those predefined rules.
Uh-huh.
So when they're faced with scenarios where the goals are unclear or the feedback is kind of ambiguous,
Yeah,
they tend to falter a bit.
I see.
And Aiden McLaughlin actually refers to this as those sparse reward environments.
Sparse reward environments. Okay. I need a little help understanding what that actually means.
Okay, sure.
Could you give us an example?
Okay, so imagine you're trying to train a self-driving car.
Okay.
The goal is clear, right? Get to
Mhm.
the destination safely,
Right.
but the feedback is delayed
Uh-huh.
and it's super complex.
Yeah.
The car needs to navigate all these different scenarios, make split-second decisions.
Oh, wow. And constantly adjust based on this like ever-changing environment.
Okay.
So that's a sparse reward environment.
Okay.
And it's a huge challenge for AI reasoners because they need that clear, immediate feedback to learn effectively.
So it's like giving someone directions, but using only super vague landmarks.
Right.
Like just head towards that, big pointy thing.
Exactly.
Wouldn't be super helpful.
Not at all.
Not at all. And speaking of being helpful, Aiden McLaughlin uses this interesting analogy in his article
Yeah.
about trying to create an AI that can write philosophy essays, even though he himself aced all those classes.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And it really shows how challenging it is to define success in fields that value things like nuance and creativity and original thought.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't just program an AI reasoner with a set of rules for writing a brilliant philosophical argument,
Right.
because there's no single right answer.
Exactly.
So on the one hand, we have these super smart AI reasoners that are awesome at logic and precision. But on the other, they kind of stumble when things get a bit fuzzy and subjective.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
So it seems like there's a missing piece of the puzzle here.
It does seem that way.
Where do we go from here?
Well, that missing piece might be like fusing those AI reasoners with, those large language models?
Oh, okay.
LLMs, like
Right.
the one that powers Chat GPT.
Right.
They're super good at handling language generating text and being adaptable,
So we're talking about like combining that logic of an AI reasoner with the adaptability of an LLM.
Exactly.
It's almost like having Spock from Star Trek
Yes.
team up with like a master wordsmith.
That's a great analogy.
What would that even look like in practice, though?
So imagine a system that can not only write code, but it understands best practices.
Okay.
And it can spot security vulnerabilities.
Right.
Or a system that analyzes legal documents.
Okay.
And then translates all that jargon into plain language.
Okay, so it's not just about making AI like smarter in a general sense.
Right.
It's about making it more helpful and insightful for us humans.
Exactly.
Okay, but we've talked about limitations. What about potential downsides to these hybrid systems?
That's where the design and ethics come in.
Right.
Just because we can combine them doesn't mean we should without thinking about it.
Right, of course.
We need transparency in how these systems work,
Right.
and we got to watch out for biases, especially with subjective stuff.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So as we learn more about these AI reasoners and hybrid systems, what's like the main thing you want our listeners to take away?
I'd say the biggest thing to remember is AI is a tool.
Okay.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
Right.
The future of AI isn't some, set destiny. It's something we shape with our choices.
That's a really powerful thought. It's not about being afraid of AI or just blindly embracing it.
Yeah.
It's about really getting it.
Understanding it.
Yeah, understanding its capabilities, limitations, and discussing how we want it to impact our world.
I completely agree.
This has been so interesting.
Fantastic.
I'll admit, I was a bit skeptical about AI reasoners at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought, oh, great, another AI trying to take over,
Right, the classic fear.
But learning about their strengths and limitations and the potential of these hybrid systems, it's been a real eye-opener.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype or the fear.
Yeah.
But taking the time to really understand AI is crucial for a productive conversation about its role in our lives.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And as we wrap up, I'm left with this thought.
What's that?
If AI reasoners are so good at finding inconsistencies in data and arguments, could we use them to help us find our own logical fallacies?
That's a really interesting question. It almost feels like AI could help us bridge that gap, between our intuition and that rational side of us.
Yeah.
Like we often make decisions based on gut feeling or beliefs we've always held.
Right.
But what if AI could help us examine those a little more critically?
I like that. That's a cool thought.
It gets even more interesting when you think about using AI to break down complicated issues.
Okay.
Figure out why people disagree so much. Maybe even help us talk to each other better.
Yeah.
It's like breaking free from those echo chambers everyone talks about.
Right.
And actually having a good conversation with someone who sees things differently.
Yeah. So like an AI mediator almost.
Exactly. Helping us get past our own biases and find some common ground.
That's a powerful idea.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that take like a ton of self-awareness?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing for AI to point out a flaw in like a logical argument,
Right.
but having it challenge our deep-seated beliefs,
Yeah, that's a whole other level.
that's tough.
It all comes back to us humans, We got to be open-minded and willing to reflect. AI can give us new angles we hadn't thought of.
Right.
But we decide what to do with that.
So it's not about blindly believing everything the AI tells us.
No, not at all.
It's more like using it to, spark our curiosity.
Right.
Challenge those assumptions we have.
Yes.
And just become better thinkers overall.
Exactly. The real power of AI isn't replacing our intelligence. It's making it stronger.
I like that.
It's about working together,
Yeah.
AI helps us see the world in new ways.
Okay.
Ask better questions, and ultimately make better choices both for ourselves and the world.
This whole deep dive has really changed how I see things.
Oh, how so?
I used to think of AI reasoners as like these cold machines.
Yeah.
But now I see them as tools for us to grow and make progress as a society.
That's fantastic to hear. It's easy to forget that AI comes from us,
Yeah.
Our creativity, our hopes. It's on us to make sure it's used for good.
I agree. As we wrap up here, I want to leave everyone with this thought.
Okay.
If these AI reasoners can spot inconsistencies in data and arguments like we've been talking about, what happens when we turn that inwards?
Interesting.
Can AI help us see our own biases?
Our own blind spots.
Yeah, the mental shortcuts we take without even knowing it. Maybe by understanding those biases,
Yeah.
we can start making decisions that are more rational and informed.
I love that idea.
And maybe that's how we get to a future where AI and human intelligence work together.
Yeah.
To create a world that's fairer, more balanced, and just more enlightened overall.
Absolutely. That's a great place to leave it.
This has been another deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everyone.